Notes from the future. Item number: SCP-15706. Object class: Safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-15706 has to be kept in an anomalous storage locker in Site-112. SCP-15706 has to be inspected every week to check if there are any notes manifested inside of it. Description: SCP-15706 is an old-fashioned briefcase, appearing to be from the 1950s. The briefcase appears to be damaged, with a few scratches due to age. The briefcase is capable of bringing back notes from the future. Footnote: to this date, we only had 12 notes. The ability of how it is capable of doing this is currently unknown. Foundation personnel attempted to see if SCP-15706 would take any current-day notes results, which led to no effect. Harbors no other anomalous effects. SCP-15706 was found in Researcher Nolan's locker in his room on Site-112. It's unknown how it got there. Addendum: below are all of the notes and dates of time from when they appeared in SCP-15706. First note: date acquired: June blank. First day after SCP-15706 appeared. Hello, I am a researcher from the SCP Foundation. I will not be saying my name because I don't want them to find out that I am stealing this item for my personal use. Before I start, I'm just going to say I am not a great writer. Footnote: the notes have all been corrected in their writing. I found out recently there's an object that's capable of writing notes to the past or the future, but we do not know how it works because we can't control where it comes from or where it goes. The current year is 2181. I wonder how the Foundation looked from the past sometimes. I'm even curious about how the old Foundation even contained anomalies. Anyway, I have nothing much to say at the moment. I'll be sending more notes throughout this thing once in a while. I do not know when this note will get to you, but I hope someone from the Foundation or a civilian finds it somewhere in the world, whatever that is, in the past or future. Second note: date acquired: June blank. Acquired 2 days after the previous note. Okay, I may have rushed the past note to whoever acquired this, but in the year 2181, the Foundation changed a lot, and the world changed a lot. Most governments don't even exist. The United States government collapsed and some other governments collapsed. You probably don't want to hear about other countries or governments. Whoever is reading this probably wants to know about the Foundation and such. I will tell you about the Foundation just a little bit. The Foundation has been doing well. It's literally been the same. An anomaly shows up, and we go there and fetch it. Since I am running out of space, in the next note, however long it takes, I will talk about more stuff. Third note: date acquired: July blank. Acquired 8 days after the previous note. Okay, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I figured you want to hear about the Foundation this time. Well, the Foundation has decided to go to space, because space travel has become kind of common. Heck, even on Mars they're planning on doing a space elevator. Somehow the Foundation managed to transfer multiple anomalies to different colonies in space. By that I mean Mars. Yet somehow no one knows we still exist. Figures we should have been discovered, but we have not. And yes, Mars has entities, but they are a lot more unique than usual. But hey, that's the future for you. The future is very unique. I just want to tell you about that. Well, maybe in the next note I can give you more information about the Foundation's favorite enemies, but I suppose we can talk about that in the next note. Fourth note: date acquired: August blank. Acquired 32 days after the previous note. Sorry, this note is going to come later than usual. I don't know how this thing will work, but it's been a bit, well, in my time. My job got interesting for sure, but I promised you information about the Foundation enemies. Well, let's talk about a couple. The Chaos Insurgency, those guys are still around. I don't know, the Foundation did not snuff them out. The Global Occult Coalition, they got wiped out in terms of how, I do not know. Marshall Carter and Dark, black market is pretty common around these days, which is strange. Dr. Wondertainment, no one knows how they disappeared. For I know, Dr. Wondertainment, the man himself, finally died or something like that. That's all I know. Any other organizations are gone or still existing, but I do not have all the information to convey that knowledge. That's it for now. Hopefully the next one wouldn't take long. Fifth note: date acquired: August blank, acquired 6 days after the previous note. Hello again, 5th note. Last time I talked about your favorite enemies, as I call them. Let's talk about the anomalous that are kept in store here. Like I said, I am low-ranked researcher and I shouldn't even be talking about this, but here we go. Most of the entities that you contained are either gone now, gone missing. I don't even know how that's possible. You see, the Foundation is kinda underfunded here in the future. Sure, we can travel through space, but the Foundation these days, quite frankly, is not like it's used to. Obviously, I do not know the exact funds of the Foundation now, but that's all I can do today, for now at least. 6th note. Date acquired. August blank, acquired 8 days after the previous note. I don't want you to get excited for more and more stuff, so let's just talk about myself and who I am. Kinda. Like I said, I'm not going to express my name, and I do not give a damn if I have to express that back, and I do not know which timeline this anomaly goes to, if any. For I know this briefcase probably eats these papers and just puts them in some kind of paper trash dimension. Is our world a central reality or something? What even is life anymore? Why are entities a thing? Why does it feel like the Foundation know I'm sending these notes to the briefcase? Why do we even have to exist? Oh wait, I know why. To protect humanity. And humanity doesn't even know we exist. God, I wish we could just come out to the world and say, oh, here we are, but no, we just stay in secret for entirely. That's it for now. 7th note. Date acquired. 12 hours after the previous note. Okay. My apologies for my tangent. I just got stressed and probably just sent all of my stress on this piece of paper. Anyway, you wanted to know about me. Well, I joined the Foundation, mostly because my dad was a head researcher of some project. I don't know what project it was. That's all out of my hands for now, until hopefully I get promoted in some time soon. But since my dad was pretty famous, I guess you could say around the Foundation ranks, I was practically bound to work with them, at some point. I never seen my father much, and my mother, I don't know what happened to her. And it's practically the same thing today. I don't see my father at all as well. I don't know how he even looks like anymore. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. But working here, it's hard. 8th note. Date acquired. September blank. 37 days after the previous note. I finally got promoted. It was years of hard work, but I did it. And it's the year 2182, and I'm still surprised no one has found me with this briefcase. It's been a while since I even touched this briefcase. It's been like 300 days since I touched this. The Foundation got me working on a lot of projects, per se. I did the hard work, deed, and I got promoted. Promoted to what? You may be saying, promoted to what? Well, I got promoted to head researcher. And you're probably wondering, for what? Well, that is classified. But I am so excited to finally get into the opportunity of working more at the Foundation. I have a goal to become something bigger here, like the O5 Council. But I do not know, to be honest. But that's it for today. 9th note. Date acquired. October blank. 11 days after the previous note. Footnote. The note appears to have been tampered with. Only a couple sentences have appeared. So, we got something big going on. And I'm going to tell blank. This is so cool. Blank. But wait, there's more. Blank. Isn't that cool? We could blank. Well, that's it for now. Bye. 10th note. Date acquired. November blank. 30 days after the previous note. 2 days till the party. Foundation got something special going on. You know the big experiment I was talking about in my previous note? Well, it's happening soon. We getting all the top people involved even. Dr. Jack Bright. Did I mention the old man is still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. Having different bodies as he always do in the past. Probably already know this. But, well, the experiment could finally bring an end to most stuff that the Foundation couldn't do. I'm gonna make one last note tomorrow, and I hope you get my last note soon. 11th note. Date acquired. December blank. 29 days after the previous note. Well, for my last note, I don't know what to say, but 1 day till the party. But the Foundation is gonna change, in my opinion, for the better. Makes me want to tear up, but I don't want my tears over this paper. The Foundation is going to change for the good of the Earth and the future. This experiment will save us all. Well, I am not going to express my name still. I think it's time to put this briefcase back into containment for one final time. To whoever is reading this, I hope you were a wonderful person who used these papers as sort of lesson. I made about 50 notes, but some were not good enough for this briefcase, so I just kept it to myself. I might be back for more note, but I think it's time to say goodbye for now. Or for the last time. Head researcher, blank. Footnote. The name was already scratched out. 12th note. The last note the Foundation got. Date acquired. December blank. 1 day after the previous note. My name is Head Researcher, blank. The Foundation messed up the massive blank. Is causing the world to end. I don't know how I am alive. I'm using this briefcase as my final message from the future. I will shove all my notes in here, including the plans for this blank. Please, do not run it. I don't know how I am alive. Everyone is dying, blank. My name is Researcher blank. And this is my final message, blank. We could have done better. This briefcase is the last resort. Goodbye, past. It was fun writing to you if you're even going to the past, blank. Addendum 15706-2. The Foundation looked for multiple files regarding any last names or first names that start with B. After a small interview conducted with researcher Noland, there was no trace of him knowing anybody with first and last name involving the letter B that isn't in the Foundation. There are theories saying that it could have been Dr. Jack Bright's son, but that is just a theory. No other notes had appeared in the briefcase thus far, including the files for the project he was working on. No testing has been approved by any higher-ups regarding whether we can force the notes to appear inside SCP-15706.